quite even. You certainly don't want that happening. This weird mid-smoke going to try and stop the push. Unfortunately, it only beckons it further. NIKO good for 2. That is a massive beginning.
But it's one which is quickly rescinded with a couple of frags on the Eyeballers' side. They can bring this to a healthy post plant, and with a little bit of time to adjust those goalposts and set up correctly, 00nation coming back through. Nice little flash for SUSP to start working, but work as he might, it's the rest of the team that do the job. JDC and BIRDFROMSKY push JW, a hero of the last, in the hot seat once more. It's a 10-second defuse and BIRDFROMSKY doesn't have quite enough in it. Pulls off, looking for the fight, which must be won outright, and it won't. A little too late to call that kind of play now though, Ryan, into the last 30 seconds. And Eyeballers need to commit to the A site, and that they will. Both feet planted, the flagpole up, rising their own banner and planting that bomb off for Eyeballers. And on for a third from this position. We look at only the couple of weapons that 00nation have, one of them being the Scout, and JW has dealt with that brilliantly. In comes the MP9 and another one gone on the 00nation side. One at a time, they bite the dust. SAPEC sat on the head of BIRDFROMSKY. Position yet to be revealed. What can he get done from here?
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
Wow. That's one hell of a result, isn't it? Because you mentioned there's backliers, there's all sorts going on in this CT defense. I thought, yeah, they could be in for something special here, but no. Everyone just deleted, evaporated.
Eyeballers just seem to be so cognizant and navigate the fire there. They knew that both players were pushed towards sandbags, so it was a case of picking up the kills, which they're unable to do so. SAPEC low, first in, spacing poor, no trade, but NIKO still falls. Huge lurk kill out of PEPPZOR. Appearing on the scene just when required, and he'll even double up for a second. This is brilliant. The kind of plays that just simply weren't working in the Swedish derby have blown this round wide open for Eyeballers. These kinds of positions, because when he's playing well, the rest of Eyeballers are feeling fantastic.
Fantastic start for JW as well. That's already NIKO removed. Problem with running no helmet with these Kevlars is the fact that the M4 can do exactly that. A MAC-10 with similar pain and punishment, and from here, bomb plant, 4 players alive. 00nation look to get rid of this chance once more, and we'll try and translate these 4 rifles from the previous into the future. What a fantastic result, though. Very well taken care of.
Don't know if you're a fan of the film Groundhog Day, Ryan, but it feels like we've got some kind of a screen share going on here. It is the same round again, at least in terms of how it concludes. SVRSON holding on to a similar off angle from the church. And again, more weapons for the next round, but it's equal
justice right now. It starts pretty sour again.
Yeah, trying to take up the peak. It's that same weird mid-smoke that you were talking about. We've seen it on 3 different rounds now. Set up essentially to fight second mid, and finally when given that fight, it is converted to a player advantage. But Eyeballers have been relentless in this pursuit. The shadow gives the game up for SVRSON to claim another, and the sum of the Eyeballers have just done such a great job at conditioning the A control that 00nation forced to fight back, but as soon as they do, it is motivation both ways. They understand there's nobody there. JDC with some of the boost. PEPPZOR needs to find something on the opposite end of the map to give a chance to HEAP, but all of this now coming down to his lonesome and ill-prepared for the position of SVRSON to double up where they left off.
Bomb plant for Eyeballers, going to keep the economy chugging across a little bit more. Got to give it, of course, to the 00nation side. Despite a bad beginning, they've
Inferno T side. Doesn't quite work the same as Nuke. Less room for other angles to be taken. The spray from JDC. 2 more rounds. He don't miss in those kinds of situations. But, well, doesn't matter if your aim is good. Bullets don't put out the fire at your feet. Quick response out of Eyeballers, and I am so surprised that the spam doesn't catch Bird from Sky. I think he was just about tucked around enough cover to outlast that one.
Fantastic job putting things 3v4. In. Bird from Sky only good for 1. I thought he was set up to a T. The AWP of SVRSON baiting in the angle and thought it was just going to be overlooked. Bird from Sky to jump on the first, but it's only for the 1. And SVRSON tucked back. Sight nails the shot. 1v3, pulls out the util. PEPPZOR just leaps into his jaws, but he knows he's going to catch the big green off guard. Now it's time for a second fight. Stop giving him 1v1s. PEPPZOR picks up the bomb, and instead of sticking around, he's interested in maybe pulling the plug on this B play entirely and moving back towards A.
I like this from PEPPZOR. Just about gets out of earshot and now puts on his running shoes.
It's a free sight.
This is a free sight. You say it perfectly right. 2 versus 1 presented. The question is, once he punches in the digits, will we see PEPPZOR go on the offensive? Because it's this kind of situation where you'd like an advantage, smoke goes up, and apartments is the name of the game.
As I say, if it wasn't for that smoke, PEPPZOR might get caught out, but imagine if this goes 1v1. NIKO knows better than to play for himself, waits for his teammate of SUSP to join. They've got a smoke and 2 kits as well, so this could be complete misdirection as PEPPZOR sits in apartments. But 00nation also being quite careful. Look, if we're in a 1v2, the first thing you're going to think is someone going aggressive, but PEPPZOR plays it short. Tap of the bomb, the swing comes out, and PEPPZOR, oh, he'll do it! It's out for the better. SVRSON reveals the AWP, and don't really claim a HP advantage for it.
Yeah, Eyeball is being a lot more direct with this play up middle. SVRSON and NIKO stand in their way and will continue to do so. Nothing getting praised if they don't get anything out of the next 2 gun rounds that they will have at a bare minimum on this half. You'd consider it a loss from the position you are batting in. PEPPZOR lines it up, doesn't pull the trigger in time, but close enough. Bird from Sky, that is an audacious angle to be holding, and quite rightly, 00nation get punished. Weapons back in the hand, no one on B. It is a 2 versus 3, but there is nobody here to stop that bomb from getting planted.
Oh, and the peak. It could have been so good, but isn't. 1v3, JW slips towards CT. SVRSON, you could just see him creeping in the X-ray round the corner. And the closer and closer he got, the killing blow will be Eyeballers denied of 7. 00nation take to a 4.
And we're into the last 25 seconds of this final round of the half, Ryan. It's do or die, and it's all die on the side of 00nation. Eyeballers taking a couple of kills on the site. Nobody in place to immediately challenge, but the rotation so far ahead of the curve already. Bomb still not planted. Has to cross the short players. Out in the open, there won't be time, Ryan. It's already gone even from the 2 versus 2. SVRSON simply...
As well. Question is, can Eyeballers do it on the CT side? Can they regain confidence? Clearly, the answer is yes from JW.
Yeah, JW certainly can. Rebounds his head off the inner frame of the window a couple of times. JDC, lightning fast on the blink. It's a quick click, and he is out of play. PEPPZOR a couple of his own. The only involvement was from JDC, and while he's still alive in the round and good for a second, 3 CT players walking out in the streets, parading around to ticker tape this one. SVRSON, like the kid at the concert, gets the best view but doesn't do anything with it. SAPEC actually catches the Molotov across the chest and takes one from the head. But from Sky, with the initial kill here, and they can move this momentum forwards. JW needs to find quite the number of those kills if A can be held on to, but no, 00nation are pivoting away now. It's Shine with everything on his plate.
Oh, but a good start from him. He's able to move away with his life as well. Does give up a numbers game. JW, it looks as if he wanted a boost, but I think now just turning towards Coffins, realising it's probably a time for us to play guns out. Great shot from JW in response to JDC's opener. They know that the rifle is stuck. Whoa, JW doesn't miss, does he? Looking for more. It's bloodshed towards the site. SUSP against PEPPZOR. Two players very, very capable. PEPPZOR's got a kit, but it's SUSP with a flash. Lobs it over. PEPPZOR turns. Blind, not so much. Still with so much time left on the clock as well. He's waiting for a peek. Is he ever going to get one? No, you've got to tap the bomb, PEPPZOR. I don't know why you're not going to get the peek. What is he? Oh, what, dudes! Such simple CS. If you want the peek, you've got to tap the bomb. SUSP is never going to give him a fight when he doesn't need to swing.
Shouldn't be any further issues here. Jokes aside, that's a nice nade from deep. Lined up, SVRSON trying to take a peek through the smoke, but gap not big enough. Slight miscommunication though means that two uses of the same utility here means eyeballers will miss out on 15 seconds of the banana control they would have been hoping for.
Minute and something left on the clock. Bit of extra change for the 00nation side to use. NIKO lining up a smoke from middle, trying to fake out the A presence. My best guess would be this is just to try and direct eyes away, but Shine with a jump spot has brought in a lot of attention. Three players stacked up right now. That is a ridiculous swing from Shine. Now it's up to the M4 if he can give it a go. Starts good, needs to find more than the one though, trying to bait out more, but he switches to the sidearm. How on earth is he alive for so long? Two players incredibly low.
Two big headshots as well, because that is JDC and BIRDFROMSKY now with a combined 18 HP. So they look to hightail towards the A side of the map. J2, or JW, is still alive and kicking. On the AWP, finds his first, looking for more, gonna get it. SVRSON and JDC remaining. 71 HP now between the two of them. Both players on the eyeballers side coming through middle have full HP and a vest. PEPPZOR the only one with armor and a kit.
Plenty of numbers stacked in favour of eyeballers. HP, time, and now even the player heads count themselves. JDC, 5 HP, 1v2. To win this would be a miracle. And to be fair, he nails the first shot. But the defuse with plenty of time to spare coming in.
My kind of tempo, and we can crank that up a notch here as we are back underway. Eyeballers on the CT side, getting a bit aggressive. Shine teed up for two with HEAP. Brilliant work from the MP9s, a set of upgrades, smash and grab, just as you like it.
DC'd.
As you say, is gone. I don't know if that's going to mean a round replay. But,
no, I don't think it will, because damage was taken.
From the eyeballers' perspective, yeah, the fights were taken, and they were won fair and square.
That has got to sting like hell, because that was your force buy for 00nation as well. You got to think, right, financially they were basically hedging their bets on this one. Eyeballers playing this out as if it's a normal 3v5. They do not know that SUSP is gone until the little information pop-up comes out.
Yeah. I believe there's a new icon for that actually now in the game as well. One of the more recent updates. Again, we are really pulling on little information here because you just see eyeballers go for something more aggressive in banana. I think after the amount of time between rounds that we've seen, it's a brilliant call on their behalf because you catch 00nation out by surprise. Exactly the tempo shift that we were talking of, and I think eyeballers, greeted with zero presence for the last minute or so, have an idea that not everything is how it should be on the opposite end of the server, but I don't think they're going to be caring too much as this is an 11th.
That's really got to hurt for 00nation. This round intended to be an eco, but 2 save guns. SUSP can't even collect one, so he'll get lost bonus. They'll call for another tech pause. Should be a dead man. Although, that's under the bullets.
I do not know how SVRSON's still alive. If he gets one here, then that would be ridiculous. but there's a reason why I describe it as such. Simply not happening. JW through his own smoke. And JDC still low. Even lower, another HE lands. Fuel to the fire. 55 health on the two remaining players as JW inflicts further pain on the already suffering 00nation. A few weapons left and they've got to try and scramble something together with the remaining parts and pieces. BIRDFROMSKY shattered. Now it is just JDC, 2 HP.
At 10, what needs to be 5 rounds in a row that start right now.
Lots of utility. Banana brawl ensuing once more. HEAP leading from the front and finding 2 frags. 3v3 when the dust settles, but SAPEC stands over it all to take down SUSP with him. Shoulder spotted. SVRSON, the only player remaining. Asked so much of him here. 00nation. For how much we favoured them coming into this series when the veto was on